Before closing the webinar, I would like to highlight some of the main points raised by our speakers today. And I was trying to take some notes in a very sloppy way, and sometimes I'm having a hard time to read my own handwriting, but I hope I can make some justice to what you just shared with our audiences. So starting with Mr. Siraj, some of the main points and points that were raised was first, the reality that Taliban are hijacking the religion. So there is a huge need for understanding the authentic and real, the reality of the religion, for which we are hoping that our scholar and our a student put a little bit of focus on that. So also there is another point raised by Mr. Saraj on the thing that we should avoid generalization of the fact that madrasas are increasing. That doesn't mean a student or graduates of these madrasas are extremists or are Afghan children or youth are extremists, and they are completely brainwashed by the Taliban. There is a huge differences and a division between different teaching. So Mr. Saraj also touched on the danger of radicalization, which is real and it exists. He also talked about the different kind of a training and unpack the number of people and emphasize on the number of people engaged and involved in this training and madrasa. Although he believes that some of this number is a little bit exaggeration, but still we have millions of people in these madrasas, and that create a real threat to the stability and the security of the country and the region. And he highly emphasized on the future implication of all these radicalization training and hijacking the religion on the region, on Afghanistan and beyond. So going to Professor Simple, who's a great friend of Afghan and Afghanistan. I mean, he talked about one of the very important thing, which is in his opinion, one of the problem that Afghan nowadays have is spending a lot of time considering what international community do without Afghan agencies. And he, in fact, Afghan agencies and lack of it in the policy making and shaping the policies a lot. I'm sure we have the recording and the audience can hear that later on. Professor also talked about currently Afghanistan has dropped down the priority list for many countries, and especially he talked here on President Trump's administration, who has not adopted any policy on Afghanistan yet. And of course, a lot of other main issues, which I'm sure our colleagues in Bahrain will share with all the audience later to do a comprehensive report, and the recording will be available too. So Mr. Nashad emphasized a lot on Taliban are re-engineering the social and political structure of the country through several elements. And some of those elements, when talked by Mr. Nashad, was, gender apartheid, radicalization, and redefining social norms, among many others. Of course, he also talked about 23 to 25,000 madrasas, where 2 million boys are enrolled in those classes, and curriculums are highly influenced and designed based on the Taliban ideology and also extremist ideology, which is very, very dangerous. He talked about Taliban systematically marginalizing some of the ethnic and linguistic group of Afghan people according to him, by controlling language, they are controlling imagination of Afghan people, especially Persians. And a lot of they are having a lot of discussion over opposition group, what is missing, what is at the table, what is at the stake, and warning the world over the Afghan situation and how it can be a threat to the global security. So as we close our today webinar, so I really like to share these few other messages that I hear from my people from Afghan diaspora inside the country and Afghans outside the country. First, denying girls' education and indoctrinating boys is not just a human right issue. It's really a security issue, and world is better to accept it and embrace it as soon as possible. Second, this system is not accidental. It's not wanted by the people and the people culture. It's designed and influenced by the ideology and imposed on people of Afghanistan. And finally, doing nothing, yes, is a choice, but it has a consequences, just like it had in 2001. So Afghanistan, yes, is somehow being left alone, but we have still our diaspora, our thought leader, scholar, and academia outside the border doing their work and trying to reshape Afghanistan future. So, and what international community chooses to do next will matter a lot for Afghanistan, for the region, for all of us. So thank you for our speaker and to the Barin Initiative for Development and everyone who joined us today. Thank you so much and everyone have a good day.